Hello everyone, this is Matthew Lyman welcoming you back to the Landlord Advocates, where we help landlords become better landlords. Today is May 2nd, 2020. For most of Americans, tenants that is, the rent was due yesterday, May 1st, 2020. But as most of you landlords know, through television media and social media, there have been movements all across America for rent cancellations, rent freezes, rent waivers, collectively known as a rent strike. I want to know in the comments below, how many of your tenants actually paid the rent yesterday? How many of them paid the rent or a portion of the rent and said that we'll pay the rest later, is that okay? How many of your tenants didn't contact you at all? And how many of your tenants contacted you and said, we are not paying the rent, we are standing in solidarity with the other tenants across the United States in support of the rent strike, and we are not paying you, the greedy landlord, the money that you want for the rent? How many of them did that? How many of them contacted you and said, we have no money, we can't pay the rent, what do you want from us? How many of them have received that $1,200 stimulus check? How many of them gave it to you for the rent? For most tenants out there, that $1,200 would have paid that rent, whether it be for March, April, or May, or however many rents they may owe you, and it might have even left extra money for a future month's rent. How many of them said that they took that money because they needed to provide milk, eggs, and bread to feed their family? How many of them are actually working, and working even more since this coronavirus pandemic visited us here in America? How many of them are on unemployment and receiving the $600 additional through July 31st, 2020, issued by the federal government? When you add in the unemployment and that $600 more per week that they're getting, clearly that is enough money to pay the rent. But are they choosing to not pay the rent because they want to buy this, buy that, enjoy this, enjoy that, rather than give you, the landlord, the rent money? How many are doing that? Let us know in the comments below, so that the more we learn from you and the more we hear back from you, the more we can put all that information together and help you even more in future videos. This message now is to you, the tenant. You may not be evicted right now because the courts are closed, and the sheriff's department is not, or the marshal is not putting tenants out right now because of this virus, or moratoriums on evictions issued from various states and municipalities here in America. So you got this air about you that I don't have to pay the rent. The landlord can't evict me. Nah, 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 nah. Well, my message to you, Mr. and Mrs. Tenant, is that the courts will reopen. The courts will reopen. And when they do, the landlord is going to have you in court to explain to the court, the judge, why you have not paid the rent. Now landlords, this is for you. I know that some of you are going to go to court and kind of feel bad, maybe because of this virus and the tenant really hasn't had the money to pay the rent. That is not why you take them to court. You're taking them to court to have them removed because they have not paid the rent, so that you can get somebody in that apartment who will pay the rent. The tenants are going to come up with innovative and inventive arguments as to why they couldn't pay the rent to you. How do I know that? I have handled and facilitated evictions for close to 30 years tens of thousands of evictions my office has handled. We've heard all the arguments. Many times over, we've heard the arguments why they did not pay the rent. Our team and our attorneys who are on our team have presented arguments of rebuttal against the arguments that the tenants are using to not pay the rent. And I will tell you, we have won a super majority of our cases by using those arguments, those rebuttals, for them not paying the rent. I'm going to share with you those tidbits of information, those hints, those tips to help you in court when the time comes for you to stand in front of the judge and say they haven't paid the rent. I need them out. I'm going to share them with you. This is a culmination of almost 30 years of doing this with our team of attorneys who stand up there in front of the judge and share the reasons why they want the tenants out, why our landlords want the tenants out, and they have been very successful. I'm going to share them with you, but I'm going to tease you a little bit right now, my friends. We're going to give you those hints, those tips, those ideas to help you remove the tenant from your property. We're going to do that, but in a very soon to be released upcoming video on the Landlord Advocates channel. I promise you they're going to be helpful. Landlords, I hope the information that we share with you here today and prior videos and videos upcoming will help you to become a better landlord. If they have, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you can be the next one in line to hear and watch the videos that we are sharing with you to help you become a better landlord. Until then, stay safe and take care.